Vedantism Part 7. Thus, I have tried to bring before you the salient points of our religion, the principles. I have only to say a few words about the practice and the application. As we have seen, under the circumstances existing in India, naturally many sections must appear. As a fact, we find that there are so many sections in India. And at the same time, we know this mysterious fact that these sections do not quarrel with each other. The Shaivite does not say that every Vaishnavite is going to be damned, nor the Vaishnavite that every Shaivite will be damned. The Shaivite says, this is my path and you have yours. At the end, we must come together. They all know that in India, this is the theory of Ishta. It has been recognized in most ancient times that there are various forms of worshipping God. It is also recognized that different natures require different methods. Your method of coming to God may not be my method. Possibly it might hurt me. Such an idea as that there is but one way for everybody is injurious, meaningless, and entirely to be avoided. Woe unto the world when everyone is of the same religious opinion and takes to the same path. Then all religions and all thought will be destroyed. Variety is the very soul of life. When it dies out entirely, creation will die. When this variation in thought is kept up, we must exist. And we need not quarrel because of that variety. Your way is very good for you, but not for me. My way is good for me, but not for you. My way is called in Sanskrit my Ishta. Mind you, we have no quarrel with any religion in the world. We each have our own Ishta. But when we see men coming and saying this is the only way and trying to force it on us in India, we have a word to say. We laugh at them. For such people who want to destroy their brothers because they seem to follow a different path towards God, for them to talk of love is absurd. Their love does not count for much. How can they preach of love who cannot beam another man to follow a different path from their own? If that is love, what is hatred? We have no quarrel with any religion in the world, whether it teaches men to worship Christ, Buddha, or Muhammad, or any other prophet. Welcome, my brother, the Hindu says. I am going to help you, but you must allow me to follow my way too. This is my Ishta. Your way is very good, no doubt, but it may be dangerous for me. My own experience tells me what food is good for me, and no army of doctors can tell me that. So I know from my experience what path is the best for me. That is the goal, the Ishta, and therefore we say that if a temple or a symbol or an image helps you to realize the divinity within, you are welcome to have it. Have 200 images if you like. If certain forms or formularies help you realize the divine, Godspeed you. Have by all means whatever forms and whatever temples and whatever ceremonies you want to bring you nearer to God. But do not quarrel about them. The moment you quarrel, you are not going Godward, you are going backward towards the brutes. These are a few ideas of our religion. It is one of inclusion of everyone, exclusion of none. Though our castes and our institutions are apparently linked with our religion, they are not so. These institutions have been necessary to protect us as a nation, and when this necessity of self-preservation will no longer exist, they will die a natural death. But the older I grow, the better I seem to think of these time-honored institutions of India. There was a time when I used to think that many of them were useless or worthless. But the older I grew, the more I seemed to feel a diffidence in cursing any one of them, for each one of them is the embodiment of the experience of centuries. A child of but yesterday, destined to die the day after tomorrow, comes to me and asks me to change all my plans. If I hear the advice of that baby and change all my surroundings according to his ideas, I myself should be a fool and no one else. Much of the advice that is coming to us from different countries is similar to this. Tell these wise acres, I will hear you when you have made a stable society yourself. You cannot hold on to one idea for 2 days. You quarrel and fail. You are born like moths in the spring and die like them in 5 minutes. You come up like bubbles and burst like bubbles too. First, form a stable society like ours. First, make laws and institutions that remain undiminished in their power through scores of centuries. Then will be the time to talk on the subject with you. But till then, my friend, you are only a giddy child.